question is, how can Africa free itself from neocolonialism? Or how can it break from this cycle? Africa's state of being rich continent filled with the poor people will continue unless the underlying issue of Africa being viewed as a commodity to attain rather than a continent to protect is perpetuated. International organizations need to address the issue of global superpowers mistreating African nations, because if left unchecked, neocolonialism will encompass Africa and prevent it from ever reaching its full potential. The problem lies in the fact that the countries that have the power to make change are the very countries that benefit from the status quo. Internally, African nations are governed by aristocrats who don't want change because it will disadvantage them. Those are corrupt leaders, the greedy leaders talking about. From all angles, something seems to resist the change that is necessary to finally help free Africa from colonial influence. So, how do we break from this circle? To break free from this cycle, African nations need to prioritize economic diversification, local empowerment, and sustainable development. By investing in education, innovation, and infrastructure to promote indigenous industries and reduce dependency on external actors, Africa could create a self-sustainable economy. Additionally, to address political factors stifling African progression, strengthening regional cooperation by increasing involvement in Pan-Africanist movements, promoting transparency, and demanding fair trade practices are crucial steps towards countering neo-colonialism. See what I'm saying? Some African countries are starting to wake up. Of course, the countries that you can see are waking up, those are the West African countries, the likes of, you can see Burkina Faso, Mali, Guinea, Niger. I also say Uganda are also waking up. I also say Burundi is waking up. Only here in Kenya we are still sleeping because we have a puppet president, William Ruto. Some African countries are starting to wake up, assured. In 2022, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo announced in Switzerland that he will soon end the process of selling raw materials to trade partners for onward value additions. I don't know whether he meant what he said or it was just, a show off, he was just pretending, or did he mean it? We'll see about that. He stated, there can be no future prosperity if we continue to maintain economic structures that are dependent on the production and export of raw materials. Producing bars at home rather than exporting raw cocoa is one way to break neo-colonial trading patterns. African countries will be better off by exporting finished products to European countries. Africa needs to engage in intertrade to rely less on foreign exports. The African education system must be reformed to include more modern-day skills such as technology, supply chain management, and entrepreneurship. It is only through collective action and commitment to rectifying the imbalances of power that Africa can overcome neocolonialism and realize its true potential. The rich resources and human capital of the continent should serve as catalysts for sustainable growth and prosperity, rather than perpetuating a system that enriches a few at the expense of many.